Awesome. All right, good evening here for our DEI Advisory Board. We're going to try to be fast, but we got a lot to go over. The first is the DEI calendar. We've got the MLK Day. So I know you're familiar with the MLK Day. We participated last year. We also did the virtual blood drive. So I've reached out to Oxworth, and there's a possibility we could do an in-person blood drive. We could do it at the Board of Health. I already talked with Pam Mullen, who is the health commissioner. They've got like a little room back there. The challenge is that they want us to, yeah, it slides down. Yeah. They want us to have pre-committed people before they'll get us on the schedule. So we have to figure out how to navigate that, but because we want to open up to the community. So probably the first thing would be to do I don't know if we could do a survey of city employees, if they would be willing to say, agree to be a part of the blood drive. We could start there. And then once we get commitments for enough people, then we could open it to the community. Thoughts?
How many people do they need? How many people do they need to?
For a 2-hour, let me pull it up. For a 2-hour window, I believe it's 22.
Do they do graduation cords at all? Because I know our high school, you got graduation cords if you donated blood. So that might be an incentive.
For a 2-hour blood drive, you need 22 donors. For 6, you need 45. If you have an inside space, minimum is 50 committed donors. There is some availability, but will depend on the type of drive that works best for your group. Yeah. So they have these little slips that you would include, like if you worked at a small office, you could just put all these little slips on people, like around the lunchroom, and people would say, yes, I would do it. But I don't know. Because you could also send it to teachers couldn't do it on their classrooms. Do we see if we could do an email to all city employees? That would be through our new HR director.
Yeah, I think starting here is definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
But if we just...
And then maybe you can gauge involvement before we get crazy.
I just know that the in-person was going to be more effective than virtual.
The virtual,
Yeah, because I know more people donated than we got counted for because they didn't give them the code, and
So do we have a proposed date for the drive?
No, we had hoped to do it around MLK Day, but what she said was there's some availability. So it will depend on the type of drive that works. So then I left her a voicemail message so we could actually talk in person. I didn't do it. None of us did it. Somebody else did it.
And what type of drive are we going to go with? The smallest?
It depends. If we send out to all staff and 100 staff say, absolutely, I'll do it, then we could do an in-person and then try to get more people from the community to come. If we only get 10 people to respond, then that might not be enough to even do a drive.
Start here and then maybe police and fire as well?
They'd be considered staff.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're in there.
Yeah.
But they have different levels, like what was based on the, you said based on the number of...
22 people for a 2-hour drive, 44 donors for a 6-hour drive,
Oh,
and over 50 if you have an inside space.
so this is like a whole day thing? What is the difference?
What's the difference for what?
Yeah, that's one for the inside space.
That's if you have an inside space that would be, they would just be able to have more beds available. Because the other two would be on the bus, on the donor bus.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so I can reach out, so I'm gonna keep working on the blood drive, but I also would love some support with the, day of service, or see what you folks thought about that. We did that last year, and we had host sites at Salvation Army, Norwood Together, Baby Bear. We offered Zion Food Pantry, but I don't think they had any volunteers there. I think that, I also reached out to, Dress for Success, which is in Norwood. And then there's also, the Down syndrome is also here in Norwood. So we do have a bunch of really great social service agencies. So it would be awesome if folks could help reach out to see if they would be willing to host again. I can share the document last year that has all the contact information. And I guess I kind of wanted to see, so last year, in the last 2 years, what we did was on MLK Day, we had that option. And then for Dress for Success, because it was, they were closed on that day, we offered a different time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So one option would be that we just do a different day altogether. So MLK Day is the 15th, January 15th. Is a Monday. So it's possible we could do the blood drive on like Friday, January the 12th. And maybe we did volunteer stuff on Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
I think Baby Bear just Thursday.
They opened it because they wanted the help. So they were open for MLK Day, as was Salvation Army and Norwood Together. 4Cs also said that they would like to be involved this year. They're in Norwood as well. We just didn't give them enough time last year. And then the other thing is to look for volunteers. Stephanie Down, she volunteers with Baby Bear. She also works at Shepherd Chemical, which is a huge company in Norwood. And she said if we reached out early to them, they would probably be able to get a whole team of people together. So we could do that again. I know that the bank here, USA Bank, they always look for volunteer things. I know Paycor does volunteer activities. So I think we could, hit some of the bigger companies and, share this with them for a way to volunteer in their community.
So should we pick a day, and then that way, or like a soft date?
Mm-hmm.
That way, if we reach out, we have an idea what to set.
I would think the best day would be MLK Day, which is the 15th. That's traditionally the day of service. That's when my family always spent the day volunteering. But some places.
Oh, so that's the Monday.
Mhm.
Okay,
But I'm pretty sure we can't do the blood drive on the Monday.
that's good. Then people can give blood and ball.
Just keep
You can do
giving.
both.
Just keep giving.
Okay, so if we reach out to groups, tell them January 15th is the day we're looking for.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming we can tell them anytime they're available. Because we're doing all.
Well, so
Or
the challenge is that we need to try to dovetail them together. So the first thing would be to try to find some of the service opportunities. So some of them we know. Baby Bear is already happy to do it. I know Dress for Success would be happy to have volunteers, but that might not be on the day. So we could reach out to say, would you be able to host people on MLK Day? So if we're reaching out to organizations, I would say, like the Boy Scouts, I know have helped in the past. We're going to be having some volunteer opportunities around MLK Day. Is this something that you are interested in? Would you be able to have volunteers on Monday, the 15th? If not, would there be a different day? So I would have more of a,
Other days.
yeah,
Sorry.
they could be fine.
Sorry. I'm trying to get my pitch ready for when I call.
Okay.
If you can't tell. I'm not trying to do it.
No, it's fine. The problem is we don't exactly know because we still have more information to gather. But we need to be doing both of them at the same time because we want to be able to have volunteers put in the agencies as well as agencies that need the volunteers. So kind of a both and at the same time. Are you doing minutes too?
No, I'm just taking notes. I have to take notes.
No, I love it.
I won't remember this conversation.
Fair. Well, all I wrote down was send out, and I couldn't finish the rest of my sentence. So info from last day of service. Sweet. And then how do you think would be the best way to organize that information? In terms of who's going to do what?
If it's
Do
in
the same spreadsheet and just add to it?
that's what I was gonna say, if it's in a
We just
Google Doc,
In a
then-
Google Doc.
and, I don't know, we can make a note saying you've already
Yeah.
contacted this person.
Okay, I have it here. Okay, I will, oh, look at us. There's already a really good list here.
I knew we had a big one last time.
So it's in the MLK Drive.
Okay.
Or not the MLK, the DEI Drive under MLK Day of Service and Blood Drive. However, we just need to pay attention to like where it says places to contact. And this was, when we said places to contact, this was us dropping off like the flyers. So it already says done and who's going to do it. So we just need to get rid of all of those because those were last time, not this time. Does that make sense? So I can update that later tonight as well. But the first page is all the places that have had volunteers the last year or two. Think of anything else we need to talk about for that. I will also reach out, it's November, the beginning of December, I'm gonna reach out to Public Works for them to make sure they can find the old banner.
Oh,
So we can hang that up ahead of time.
Do you want us to start reaching out to the businesses? So,
Well,
or to the
the
groups?
businesses are once
Sorry.
we have the flyer
Sorry,
to
the
advertise.
groups. Yes. So,
We
do you want
wanna-
us to reach out to any other volunteer groups? I guess is the question.
Yeah, I think we need to reach out to all the ones from last year and then any additional ones that we want to add. So we have on the list Baby Bear, Woven Oak, Norwood Together, Salvation Army. I do know that Captain Cleveland is gone. They have a new person there. I don't know who it is. Dress for Success. They have volunteer hours Tuesday through Thursday. And then places, there's also like Ashland Baptist Church, that's Ashland Loves. There's Cincinnati Veterans Center. Where's the other? Oh, Lydia's House. They didn't need volunteers. We reached out last time. There's also Stepping Stones. You reached out to them last time, but I don't think you ever heard back. Yeah, and there's the Down Syndrome Association.
I'm trying to think.
So maybe we just need to, yeah, I'll update and get out all the old stuff. And then if folks want to sign up for who they're going to reach out to, that would be cool. Okay. Next, wait, is there anything else up there? The vacant board position. So I did forward everyone a letter. Someone else reached out today that expressed an interest. They said they'd send an email. I've not yet received it. But what we might want to do is, because we also have the vacant city employee spot, and I've just confirmed that we can send out that letter. I just need to have it sent over to be put, to be distributed. But the mayor and the safety service director said thumbs up, so we just need to send that out. And the date I was going to do the week before we meet again in January to give enough time. Wait, I think. Because we're going to be meeting. We're scheduled to meet again December the 3rd. I don't think we'll have, that doesn't give anybody enough time to do that. So we're going to have it be January the sorry, where is it? Sorry, December the 29th. So that would give them a full month. I lied, so not December, or not January, December. As the due date for the city employee. Do we want to extend this date? Or do you think that we have enough? I'm sorry, this date is for the resident portion?
I'm confused now.
Okay.
So the city
get-
and the resident spot.
We have
Can you fill?
two spots to fill.
Yeah, I think having the same deadline makes sense.
So we could extend this one until the same date in case anyone else wants to get an application. And then we'll have everyone coming on board at the same time.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Does that sound like a good plan? Okay.
How do you have an idea how many applicants so far?
Not many. A bunch of people said that they were interested, but not.
Even for the city?
The city
The city?
city employees,
Yeah?
that hasn't gone out yet.
Okay.
I just got confirmation from the mayor that was acceptable. We have to make sure that, cross all the Ts and dot the Is.
Do you have a digital graphic of that, did you say?
Of
For-
which one?
For either one, for the residential? We could,
Yeah, this is the resident one.
right.
Wait.
Did you send us a digital version? So we could post it on Facebook?
Oh, I can send one to you.
We can post it too.
Okay. It was on the city website,
I can see it.
but I can,
I don't know if I can pull off unless it's on their Facebook.
it is.
It is? Okay. I had such a busy month. I really didn't look at Facebook.
Well, not a bad thing.
Oh, yes, there it is. October 4th.
And then, so Marsh Park. Where are we at? So the daffodils are all in. The marker is approved. We have an interest in starting a community garden there. And that is coming through the Parks Committee. And I have a bunch of people who expressed an interest during the Parks Committee, or sorry, during the Marsh Park Survey. So I'm passing that information on to see if we have to have a really good, robust group of volunteers in order to make that happen. But the community member, Dia, she got connected with the Civic Garden Center, and they're going to help support, which I think is a phenomenal idea because they just have a ton of resources. And then I think Stephanie was gonna reach out to the basketball place, right?
I think she was.
So I don't know if she did that or not. That was to get a new quote for the basketball,
The
court.
Yes, the pavement.
And then the other thing we need to do is start looking into funding for having the marker installed. We talked about trying to make another accessible entrance into the park right at that spot where the garbage can is. You know what I'm talking about.
I think,
You know, it
yeah,
just
I
kind of
think so.
goes into grass,
Right.
and the idea to bring it, to have it be concrete, to be another entrance. The quote that Darren originally got was like, I think it's $25,000, right? So, there might be some grant funding out there. I have not had time to look. That is gonna be on my during the holidays plan, I think.
We all know how slow it gets around the holidays.
Right? Oh, that made me sad.
That was a joke. It was just such a big joke.
So then when will I do it? When will we have time?
No, because I've had that thought earlier today. I was like, I'll get it done like next month. I was like,
No.
probably not.
No. And also just need to check with Darren and Clint about what plans they have, just that they were already gonna do with the park. Like there's some weeds in the fence line. I don't know if that's something that they're looking at addressing now or not. Not, you know, is that on their list or not on their list? So I'll get an update on what's gonna be, what maintenance they'll be doing, because I think I already shared that they they repaired the fence around the park and stained it. So I'm not sure that's what they've got planned.
Looks very nice.
It does. It will be phenomenal in the spring. I can't even wait. Anything else about Marsh Park? Nada. Oh, yeah. All right, then the Norwood Mound. We did, I reached out to the library, and Catherine from the library did the story walk again. Do you guys know what a story walk is? It's big panels telling the story, and this particular story is called We Are the Water Protectors, which is about the indigenous relationship with protecting our water sources. And she has displayed them around the mound. So you can go up and look at the mound and walk around the mound and read this story. So she did that as a gift to us. She did it last year, so it will be up for all of November. I've asked for Norwood Community Television to video it, and they're gonna have a conversation with Catherine about the story and the story walk. So that'll be cool. And story walk is trademarked by, I guess, the story walk people. So,
Is there any way to get something like that that's permanent?
which takes me to the next thing, which would be I reached out to Susan Daniels about getting a historical marker. So that's something that they tried a couple years ago. They did an application, but it did not meet the criteria, so it was rejected. You only get 3 shots at it. So we were already doing the Marsh Park, so that one was first, so I'd like to proceed with the Norwood Mound. I have a connection at the museum center. He's an I can't figure out what his title is, but he works with in tribal relations and archaeology. But I don't think he's an anthropologist. I don't know what he is. Tyler Swinney. He's a nice guy. I think it's Tyler Swinney. But I talked to him, over a year ago about this. And he knows more than anyone I've ever met, which is not to say anything except that he's super smart. But he said he would be very happy to work with us on doing that. I sent an email to Susan Daniels. I haven't heard back from her. But I think that would be a really good idea. And I also want to do a temporary sign there because people keep putting swing up there, and I don't think that they understand that this is like sacred ground, and we haven't told them. So I was thinking maybe we could do even like a yard sign. It's like $20. That just says Norwood Mound. We're working on a historical marker. I don't know.
Maybe like we could put a QR code on it. If they'd like to learn more.
What would you guys think about that as an idea?
I think that's a
Do you
good
think it should be
idea.
something?
And I mean, that's like a cheap, like you said, because I think a lot of people don't know what it is. I didn't know when I first moved in because something like.
Do you think that would be tacky? Like, should we look for something a little more permanent, or do you think that while we're in the process of it, that this is perfectly acceptable?
I think while it's in process, it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of something that's like a bit more sturdy, but I think if the goal is maybe to get a historical marker there, then a temporary fix is okay.
I can see if Susan Daniels would want to do the text. I like the idea with the QR code. Does working on historical markers sound like fun to anybody? If they want to.
I don't know that.
A lot of research. And so
I mean, I would help if I had Susan and someone from the museum center. I'd be happy to try to help.
that's sort of what I did.
Right.
I did a lot of help, trying to help.
I mean, I think I have JSTOR access, and I think I have
haven't had days direct in years.
I think I do. I have some resources I could offer, but I'm sure they also have those resources.
I don't have those resources. I think another just sort of interesting thing that we need to look into is the fact that there are trees on the mound, and theoretically, I think it's okay to say theoretically, there would not be trees on the mound, and these are probably just these are volunteer trees that just sort of grew up over the last, 100 years. 200 years. So there are some discussions in the archaeology world if we should leave them because removing them could disturb the mound, or that we should remove them because they're at greater risk of disrupting what's in the mound. Like if a tornado came through and ripped out the tree, it could really damage the mound. And the fact that this is a complete undisturbed mound is what makes it really, really special. So I have no idea if it's to leave the trees or take the trees. Normally I'm a leave the trees kind of a gal, but
I think we all are.
Yeah. But this might be a different situation, and the experts. So we might need to get some,
Mhm.
and that would be a combination of an archaeologist.
Anthropologist situation.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to know though, whether or not, like, okay, sure, like historically the trees would not have been present, but would the indigenous population at that time period, would they be taking those, if, let's say trees were to sprout? Or something,
They would not have trees on them.
They would have, okay.
Right. Like if you look at all the other mounds, they're all barren. They're all,
Okay.
and that's part of the,
Significance.
yeah. I don't want to say the aesthetic, but, yeah, they would not have had anything on them.
Okay, got it.
So that, the historical application, if we wanted to do something this year, this year in, in 2024, the due date is in May. So it might be, we start now, but we're looking at May 2025.
We could just, we could start and see what progress is.
Look at she's thinking.
2025?
No, I think,
Does that feel too far away, or does that sound like what you want to do? I couldn't tell. I couldn't read your face.
Far away.
well, I just know you sent like the Marsh Park research, like a big chunk of it in September of the May before.
Yes. Well,
So obviously we're past that point now.
mhm.
So even though that is very far, that might be.
What I think is going to be.
I don't know. I have no idea how many resources. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what research has been put into this mound specifically.
What's interesting is because this is prehistoric, there's very little
Right.
research on it,
Right.
which
Might-
might make it easier or might make it harder.
And if they were already denied once, and I know, the Historical Society does their homework and puts in the work.
Well, I think that there was some misunderstanding about, because of the special, unusual nature. I think they thought they could use information that was more not word of mouth, but it wasn't
Like an
correct.
oral history as
Yeah.
opposed to.
That's my understanding, was that it didn't quite meet the criteria. But Tyler Swinney said he would be able to help with that as well. I don't know what the book is.
I haven't done a research project, a big one in a while.
Yeah, okay, here's his title. Manager, NAGPRA, Tribal Liaison, and Anthropology Collections. But it
Probably
doesn't say-
anthropologist might be the shortest one.
Yeah. Oh, archaeology graduate student. So he's an archaeologist. There we go. Master's in archaeology and anthropology.
Well,
So,
Yeah, smart guy. Really, really smart guy. So perhaps once we have a conversation with him and Susan, we'll have a better sense of 2024 or 2025. So I can bring that back at the next meeting. And we can decide. All right, we have a little bit more time. How about we swing back to the MLK Day and pull up the document and actually do a little tidying of it, and then,
I can't
Go-
find the one I remember the one you're talking about, but I
Okay.
can't find it in the,
I can.
I see like
send
the
it.
nice tabled version. Yeah, could you just send me the link?
Can I send it
don't
to your
know.
Gmail?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have it, Shireen?
I'm looking it up.
I can find
I
it.
just can't find it in the drive. I feel silly. But.
No, it might not.
I think I know. I used it before.
Right? Like we've all been in it. I
Yeah.
just don't know where it's at.
Okay, I just sent it to you, Alexis, but maybe I just need to go in and change the settings.
Yep, I remember this. Just that's it.
Okay, copy the link. Sending it to you.
Oh, would Norwood together need us
Ashton.
again?
And then, do you want to text me or eat your Gmail, Shireen?
No, you don't have my gift.
Well, I just didn't want to say it out loud.
Is this the one that you?
Oh yeah, you're in it. She found it.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. But we had a different one, like a spreadsheet where we. Or was it this one?
I think it was just this one because this was like our first.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
And then there's also
Yeah. Yeah.
like this table that
Mhm.
Susan made, but it says to start planning before Thanksgiving. So we just
Look at us go. Yeah, so I'm just going in and deleting all the things.
Is this a different one?
It's a different document.
Okay.
Yes, sorry. That was the one I could find, and then I couldn't find it.
Mhm. So I think if you look up, there's a communication list file. I don't know what it's saying, but
Communication.
Oh, organization information. Yeah, it's called a
Yeah.
communication list, and we have stuff.
I started this, but maybe we can use it with doc.
Organization list.
So weird. I
Com-
am now
communication.
unable to get into the
Okay.
Drive.
Right.
and request access.
No,
I'm like logged in and everything.
That's weird.
I think Stephanie started this.
Um,
Can I just invite her to this?
If you
I just emailed you.
okay.
It says you're an editor on this one.
Me?
Unless I did the wrong, it's .l or .i. I think I did .l.
Here, I copied them.
Yeah, that's you.
I emailed you a link to the.
Okay,
file
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate everything. Okay, we're good.
I was about to say it's a Monday, who cares? And it is a Monday. But then I was like, wait, it's not, it's a Wednesday, because I'm at DEI. It's not correct.
And thank you all for coming in on a different day.
Thank you.
I don't have an email from you,
Really?
which
This has to be so fun for the folks at home.
Again.
I know someone who watches this while they work out and they watch it on fast.
Oh.
Were you with me? We were door knocking and someone told us that.
I don't think I've
That's how I'm studying for the ball.
On fast?
I had it on 1.5 speed. Because then you have to pay attention.
One of my kids does that. I can handle it.
Does Norwood
Why don't you
Together,
text me?
have you reached out to Norwood Together to see if they want to do welcome bags again? I know they did
I've
that.
done nothing with this. I've only
Oh,
done the
okay.
blood drive.
Sorry.
That's why we need to go in and,
So start from scratch.
yes, that's why we need to go in and delete
Do you want
everything.
us to put our names next to organizations we want to contact?
Yeah, but we
'Cause,
need
like,
to get rid of the old names first.
Well, that's
so-
down for the flyers, right?
No,
So-
there's some in this other area as well.
Referring to, let's say, like page 2, take off names from there.
Like 4C and the
Yeah.
Down syndrome or still have my name. These guys, this I think. Yeah, and actually, I'm getting rid of these.
Yep.
Because some of them aren't gonna be like this. You're not gonna have volunteer stuff. And that, get rid of that. Okay, so back up here, we have it's like baby bear, it says 15 volunteers.
Right.
This is what they asked for last year.
Right.
So I could make that in italics and say this is what it was last year. And then if it's the same, so that way when you call and you're like, hey, I know that last year we had 15 volunteers there.
I tried again, I hope it gets you. At this time I send the file, actual file, not that I check your email, please.
Do you want to label that 2022 and then our new, we can do it
Yeah, that's a good
2023
idea.
bullet? Not to be dorky
No,
with my
you go.
organizing.
You do it. Now I'm checking mine.
Okay.
I've never seen this before in my life.
What?
This list.
I created it.
Oh, that's really good.
That's
very organized.
Lydia's house contact now too.
And I just copied and pasted the info from the Google form, the Google Sheet to. I just was hoping to keep tracking of. We can use the same list and add to it and create new tabs for different projects.
So can we put this on the DEI?
It's on the I found it now. I forgot about it. I found it in the DEI. I don't know where I kept it, but it's in there. I don't remember how it
I'll
comes
look
here.
for it again. Communication.
And then this other list down at the bottom, was that for flyers?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna add. Not to make you do more Canva designing, Susan, but I can also do it. Would it be smart for us to have, because like since you suggested like we reach out to see who's interested in the blood drive and like reach out here and at Paycor, should we also do like Joseph Beth? And like we could put like sign up things and like we could ask if Whole Foods would put it in the break room or Kroger. So if we got like a little QR code for that. For the blood drive or for
I'm sorry, what?
the blood drive or for volunteering. So it might be smart to have.
So are we thinking
Of
about?
course, we have our poster from last year though too, don't we? And I liked it. I didn't make it, I liked it. So we could, do you have access to that one? The MLK?
I must. I can't picture it.
So we could just add 2 QR codes at the bottom, which I think there was already one for volunteering. We could just add a blood drive in one.
Oh, and okay, we could talk. This fits under MLK Day. I met a woman who is a Norwood resident and a graphic designer, and said that she would be interested in helping us with our graphic design days.
Were you like, no thanks, I'm already a professional at Canva?
Actually, a professional.
You don't say that.
I am not an expert on Canva. I'm not an expert, although I did do that little water conservation flyer.
You're getting good at it.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I don't need to get any better.
So we could just, like I said, if we just get the MLK poster from last year, and then do you just want to do like, we could do small ones for preemptive blood drive interest? Do you want to like start those now? Like that could be something.
Where would you, how would you collect the information?
Or I guess, so we could do the mail out to the city, right, for the survey?
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess, right, like a sign up something or other?
I'm not sure how that would look. So what the Hawksworth does is they give you these little slips of paper.
Yeah.
It's like at a meeting you'd hand out, and then at the end of the meeting.
Oh, so
people
we
would-
like really have to do physical paper?
No. I'm just
Okay.
saying that's what Hawksworth does. But we could send out an email saying, hey, we're gauging interest. Please, I don't know, would you email back if you're interested? That's the
Maybe
part.
like a Google sign, there's a Google sign up function, isn't there? I imagine, or I'm thinking of Google like surveys. Well, I guess it'd be like that, and then we could just see how many responses we get.
I don't think I know what you're talking about, Google survey.
Like how you can do like you know what I'm talking about, Ashton? Like
No.
a Google sign up thing? Hold on, let me see.
Oh, are you talking about,
It's like a Google survey, but you would just be like, put in your information if you're interested
Yes.
in doing this. I feel
yes,
like they
but I
did
don't know how
it,
to make one.
not to get too chummy, but I feel like they did it like at the law school.
I'm pretty
For
sure they did,
signups.
and we do it at work sometimes
Yeah.
with certain things.
Oh yeah, Google sign up. You just have to use an existing email address, blah, blah, blah.
All I'm finding is how to create a new Google account, and that's not.
Oh, that is
I
what it says, isn't it?
Sign up sheet. Go to forms. Oh, yeah.
Google Forms, that's what
Yeah.
it's called. Yes.
Lang.
Yeah, this is like what I'm almost sure we use them for like the clubs at law school. where
Yeah.
you can like, yeah, you like create like a sign up form,
Yeah. So I've got it right here. MLK Day blood drive.
which I know that's like very informal, but if we just need to gauge who would show up, it's a
Or
little
who would
more
be
work.
willing-
It's a little more work than hitting interested on Facebook. So I feel like, you know what I mean?
Sure. Like it's a little more involved than just.
You'd have to be more
clicking.
interested to fill out a sheet.
And I've now gotten all of your email screen. They just took a minute. They had to bounce around.
So you could literally just do like, I do this, like MLK sign up.
That's what I'm getting the exact wording from. Here's the pre-drive survey. Let us know if you'd be willing to donate. Each donate can save up to 3 lives. Yes, I'd be interested.
Start typing. Oh, why?
Do you want me to forward this to you to add to? Are you doing it right now?
Oh, I was
It
showing
would-
Shireen, I'm having like the most insane technical difficulties I've ever seen. I keep deleting because it says t-shirt sign up again for the people at home,
Oh.
and then it just pops back up.
Oh.
It's like there's a
That's-
ghost.
Weird. Okay, well, I just created it. So option 1, and we could have it be a yes or a no. Would you be willing to?
Right.
Yes, no. So then people could still.
Or you could say like yes, and then like what day would work best. Well, I guess they'll give us the time. Probably not best to.
That's a good question. Shireen, are you guys closed on MLK Day?
I don't recall. Probably,
I think you are.
yes. Yeah.
Do we want to see if, I would think that this Friday before would be optimum.
Probably, maybe. Optimal.
Optimal, thank you. Okay. I can share this with you guys. It just says, our community needs over 300 blood donors daily to keep a safe supply. There are shortages in our community, and would you be willing to participate in a blood drive? By donating blood, you could save as many as 3 lives. And then the more specific question is, let's just say yes or no, would you donate, which is different than when you donate on this day.
Well, they might want to know
Oh.
the day.
We don't have a day, right?
Well, they might want to know the time frame of landing, or like that it's for MLK Day.
The pre-interest is just, would
Really?
you be willing
That's
to
all we have
donate?
to put. Okay.
I
Oh.
think it will be determined just to make.
As long as
because
they're
it's,
fine with that.
We're not
Mhm.
Yeah.
able to decide on a date.
So this is, please return this form. If we can generate enough interest, we'll host a blood drive on site.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, I will connect with, clearly I need to meet with, HR, Marie, to see about that. I know I don't know about all the HR legalities about sending this kind of thing out. All right, so now I went back to the document. Do we want to? Okay, you already did all the 2022. Awesome.
Yes.
Should we start putting down names?
Oh, for like,
yeah,
if we want,
like
yeah.
divvy it up?
I can reach out to, I'm happy to reach out to Norwood together.
If
Right.
you guys want to pick first, I can take. Lots of interesting choice.
Why?
Just
That wasn't felt passive aggressive.
no,
Was
just
it?
trying to create a little online drama.
Yes.
I
I can reach out.
MLK Day is a day off for
Okay.
me.
I mean, I can reach out to Baby Bear. That's where I went last year, and for Christmas to do stuff last year.
Oh, nice.
Do you know someone at Dress for Success?
No,
Susan?
but I've talked to them before. I'm happy to call them. And then I'll also reach out to 4C because I talked to them last year.
Okay. Did you talk to the Down Syndrome Association last year too? And then I can reach out to
I
them.
talked to them for, I'll call them again.
Okay.
I talked to them for the first responders, and they came. That was really cool.
Good.
Is Grace UMC connected with Woven Oak?
You know,
Because Woven Oak is Baby Bear.
well, here it says called and was advised to contact Baby Bear as a
Right.
note from last year. So I'm gonna guess. Why can I not think of which church that is? The one off of Montgomery that's right by me and does the food handing out over by like Family Dollar.
Oh,
They
Vision
Yeah, they pass out food on I
on
think
Tuesdays and
Tuesdays and
Thursdays,
Thursdays,
I
yeah.
think. That's New Vision Baptist.
Are they on here?
No. They're really great.
I could
Truss, Charlene Truss.
Oh, you know someone there?
I don't know that.
I have met with her once during the chef planning focus group. She's really a nice person.
Do you have her? I'll call her if you have her contact information. Or if not, I can just call the church.
I think I emailed with her. So, check. She has an unusual email.
You found it?
Mm-hmm. I will forward you her email, Alexis. All right, do you feel like we've given it enough movement?
Yeah.
Okay, so to review, I'll reach out to HR about the blood drive. I'm gonna send out the graphic from the last. Oh no, we already did that. Hello. We found it. And then we'll all just start making our calls and dumping the information in there.
Yeah.
And we're good with the DEI board, the 2 members, the same date. It'll be December 9th. For the next agenda, we still need to keep working on our DEI calendar, but I have not touched it, and I don't think anyone else has, which is fine. We can only do what we can do. We have the person, Kyle, who did most of the posting, that he left. Yeah, I know. He got a really great job, so I'm happy for him, but sad for us. So there will be so there's a current opening in that position. So now's probably not a time to be flooding them with a whole lot of stuff we want on the website. But when the new person comes on, I think that would be a great time to get an annual list of things so it's just automated. Is there anything else that we need to add besides the things we're currently working on for a December meeting? Okay.
I was saying, I don't have too much. I can't think of it. Sorry, not too much.
That's
None.
okay. Lydia's house, that was in March, right?
Yes.
We got plenty of time. And
Yes.
February,
What's in February?
well, it's Black History Month. But
I didn't forget. I
no,
was like, what's in February?
I don't think we did anything in February.
Are you taking this one?
Oh, if you know, then you would reach out.
And
feel free.
dark and
Okay,
cold
then
and
you could do it.
Like, I have no.
I want to pick two.
You do it, you do it.
Mostly.
Because you know her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
well, I know the community, Bishop Sunny James usually does a
Black History
Black
Month
History Month march.
Yeah.
So we could support that.
They have the Tuesdays and Thursdays, so probably they will not be doing Monday.
They probably, yeah. So,
So,
but that way we could give that as an option for people who, because like I'm actually going to be out of town Monday for MLK Day weekend.
Mm.
So that way, if we got with New Vision, I could do it Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Or it could be that they, like, oh, if we could have a time
Right.
when, yeah, it could be that Paycor says, we would love to have a place for 10 employees, so
And
we
like,
could then find a match for them.
like that's what Dress for Success did last year. Was they were like, we can do right Tuesdays to Thursdays. So they're like, feel free to come that week.
Yeah,
So
so I think we can do
people
that.
can still,
We can be flexible.
yeah, people can do something.
Something that week, the whole month, we can just
Yes,
make it MLK
exactly.
month. All right, 7:01, Stephanie would be proud. Just want to confirm our next meeting is, oops.
2.5 weeks, the 6th.
I think so. I just messed up my calendar. That's awesome. And I think meeting them will be perfect. Then will be perfect because we're gonna have a lot we got to figure out.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to get the agenda out, and we're gonna sit, and I'm gonna get you signed up before you leave tonight because I think I know the problem.
Okay.
All
I
right,
used to get agendas, like I got some at some point of time, but now
now
I'm
you
no
do.
longer getting.
All right, so we'll figure that out.
Okay.
All right,
Any other last words of wisdom?
Do you just want me to reach out to Susan Daniels about the mound stuff? Sorry, not to jump all around.
no. I already sent her an email,
Oh.
and I haven't heard back.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right, I think we are good to adjourn. Thank you so much.
Thank you.